Michele Batistella, President of company Batistella. Enjoy the webinar.
Now we have Michele Batistella.
Thank you to everybody for being here. I'm Michele Batistella and I'm taking care of commercial department. Thank you.
Now we have Maurizio Giomo.
Hi everybody, I'm Maurizio and I'm in charge of the export department, and welcome to our webinar.
And now we have Jessica Pegorini.
Hello to everybody, I'm Jessica and I'm also in charge of export department.
Great. So you already know all of us, and as you can see, we are not wearing masks just because for the quality of the audio. So I hope that you will hear us good. And as you know, for Batistella, it has been always important, the innovation and the technology. In this moment of change, it is important to provide you new solutions and new products that could be competitive on the market. So for this reason, we have started our ozone sanification line. We think that this is the right moment to propose you this kind of technology. As you will see in your screen, you can follow us and you have a small window where you can follow the presentation of our webinar. In addition, you have a chat box where you can write your questions. If we will have the time, we will give you a reply in live. If we will not have the time, in any case, we will send you an email with the answer to your question. So please feel free to write all of your inquiries. So, what we will see today, the main topics will be the importance of sanitization, the different types of machines, some recommendation, and the documentation. So, first of all, we would like to give you a small background about what ozone is and what is needed for. We will have an explanation made by Michele Batistella. He is a chemical engineer, and he will give us a small description of this issue. Please, Michele.
Thank you, Yasmin, for introducing me. And why did we invite you today? Because we believe in ozone and in its potential market. We have the proof. Here in Italy, the market is literally exploded, so we think that we can do the same in our foreign market. As Yasmin said before, I'm also a chemical engineer. I'm taking care to commercial department. And if you have any chemical question or specific question, you have my contact, be in contact with me even after this webinar. So, the main reason we believe that ozone could be the future, of course, is because it's an eco-friendly and green process. The energy, I help myself with that board. The energy demand for the entire process is very, very low. Just to give you an example, our GEA, a sanification cabinet, the electric consumption is 140 watts. The Atlantide 1000, so the biggest Atlantide for the ozone generator, the electric consumption is less than 300 watts. The waste substances, no production of waste substances. The waste of the entire process is normal oxygen and unharmless substances, so it's very, very green. High efficiency, which is proved by an accredited laboratory. For all of our machine, GER, Atlantide, Jove, in sanitized field, we have a test made by an accredited lab which proves the efficiencies, which we are going to send you later after this webinar. A quickly explanation how does the ozone form. Normal oxygen from the air, so of course air is composed by nitrogen and a lot of other products. What we need is oxygen. If it's by an electric discharge, for example during a thunderstorm, ignitor, a lightning, turns immediately to ozone, which is a very unstable molecule. This instability makes ozone a very oxidation power. So inside the environment, or for example inside our GEA, all harmful substances will be literally killed by ozone through an oxidation. As I said before, the waste are oxygen and harmless substances. So this is what is really important and commercial we really need to know about ozone. We have only one precaution, is not being in contact with the ozone, because it's dangerous for our health. So all of our machine has safety system. So for example, GEA, mini GEA, the cabinet we explain later, has a door locked. And Atlantide and our ozone generator, we advise you to leave the room once the cycle is started. So that's all. I pass again my word to Yasmin, and thank you to everybody for your attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Michele, for this explanation. Now that we have understood what ozone is, let's go inside our machines. So, first of all, we will see the line for air sanitization. Maurizio, it's up to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Yasmin. Yes, as Yasmin anticipated, Atlantide, our ozone generators, have recently been added to a range of equipment. These generators are perfect for sanitizing of the air inside indoor environments. For instance, cars, let's say offices, shops, homes, gyms, wherever you like actually. The function of the Atlantide is to eliminate bacteria, mold, mites, viruses, bad smells, and also small insects. But how is this possible? Well, it's possible thanks to the lamps, the UV lamps, which are placed inside the machine. These UV lamps produce ozone, which is then blown into the environment. And as I explained before, ozone has very high oxidation power, so that's what makes this possible. Batistella proposes 5 models of Atlantide, 3 smaller versions and 2 bigger versions. And today I'll give you a brief explanation of the smaller versions, which are the Atlantide 80, 160 and 240. They all have the same dimensions, which are these. The difference lies in the number of lamps which are placed inside the machine. For instance, the Atlantide 80 has 1 lamp, which makes it suitable to sanitize environments up to 80 cubic meters, whereas the Atlantide 160, having 2 lamps, can sanitize up to 160 cubic meters. And finally, the 240 version has 3 lamps inside it, so you can use this to sanitize up to 240 cubic meters. All the machines are made of stainless steel, as you can see, and they are very, very easy to operate. Now, I'll give you a brief explanation of how they work. So first of all, take for instance the Atlantide 80. First of all, you need to plug it in and you need to switch on the machine. Now you need to set the timer. The timer must be set according to the dimensions of the room in which the machine is placed. So you need to calculate more or less the dimensions of the room. Let's say for instance we have a 40 cubic meter room. This is the Atlantide 80. So we set the timer at 30 minutes and the machine will automatically start producing ozone and blowing it into the room. Now I'll quickly switch it off, okay, just for demonstration. Once you've done this, you need to leave the room and close the door behind you. And it's very, very important that nobody be inside the room when the machine is functioning. So when it is sanitizing, nobody has to be inside the room. Actually, it's a good idea to lock the door behind you when you leave it so nobody can enter. Once the cycle is over, you need to wait more or less 30 minutes before entering the room, because this gives time to the ozone to naturally reconvert into oxygen. And it's also a good idea to ventilate a little. So thanks to this compact but very efficient and performing machine, we can sanitize practically any room, any environment that we wish. And it's also been proven by accredited labs. So the efficiency has been proven by these labs and we are sure it works very well. Now these are the smaller versions. Michele will explain to you now the bigger, more industrial versions, which are the Atlantide 500 and Atlantide 1000. Michele?
Again, thank you Maurizio for the explanation. And now let's move from semi-professional model to industrial models. The industrial models are two, Atlantide 500 and Atlantide 1000. Atlantide 500 is suitable for room up to 500 cubic meter, and Atlantide 1000 for room of 1000 cubic meter as well. Here we have, for example, Atlantide 500, so let's give you a quick explanation how it works. The process, so the way of functioning is the same as Maurizio explained for Atlantide, the smaller one. So UV lamp produces ozone thanks to a blowing motor blown into the air to sanify the surfaces and the room in general, the air. Of course, the industrial Atlantide has a bigger vacuum motor and bigger UV lamp for sanify bigger space. The biggest difference between the industrial one and the smaller one is the activator carbon filter technology. Consists in producing, so normally the first step of machine is produce ozone, blow into the room. The second step, so the last part of the cycle, a second motor, so a second vacuum motor, takes the air from the room, with the ozone of course, and passes through an activator carbon filter which is placed inside the machine. This step allows that the concentration of ozone in the air, of course, will be less. I give you a quick explanation of how to set the machine, but it's very simple. Connect the plug, which is already connected, and turn on the main switch, which is placed above the machine. In Atlantide 500 1000, I have 3 preset cycles, so it's not a timer as Atlantide small. And 3 preset cycle, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, and 120 minutes. The 120 minutes is for the maximum capacity of the Atlantide, so here I have Atlantide 500, the 120 minute cycle is for the 500 cubic meter. But for example, if you have a smaller room, let's say 300 cubic meters, it's enough for 1 hour cycle. Yeah, as Maurizio explained before, once you set the machine, you have of course to leave the room because ozone is dangerous, and unlock if it's possible, so if you have the control that nobody go inside. At the end of the cycle, wait around 30 minutes or so, and then enter and ventilate the room. So it's similar to Atlantide, a smaller one. What is our advice? Normally when a customer asks me an advice, I say to him, turn on the machine in the evening. So you are in your office, in the office, in the room in general, and in the evening when you are leaving, turn on the machine and let the machine works during the night. So when you're back in the office in the morning, you will find your room perfectly sanitized with no concentration of ozone. So that's really what we really need to know about Atlantide. And Yasmin, again, thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Michele and Maurizio. Now, let's move to ozone cabinet. You already know our models, like GEA, but now more than ever it's important to understand how they work. So, Maurizio will explain us the main features and performances. Please.
Thank you, Yasmin. Well, I assume most of you already know about our GEA machine, but let's just quickly go through its main features once again, okay? GEA is an ozone cabinet which is used for the sanitizing of garments, for instance, shirts, trousers, sweaters, overalls, and many, many more. Plus, also countless items, for example, shoes, helmets, boots, rugs, stuffed toys, whatever you like. Practically, whatever you think needs to be sanitized can be sanitized by using a GEA machine. It gets rid of mites, bacteria, mold, viruses, bad smells, and much more. Inside the cabinet we have 2 lamps, 2 UV lamps, which one lamp is used to produce ozone, whereas the other lamp is used to reduce the level of ozone once the cycle is over. Ozone can be used on all sorts of materials without any side effects, and it has a maximum penetration capacity, which means that it gets also to the difficult spots. GEA is very, very simple to use, just like the Atlantide. I'll give you a brief explanation now, okay? First of all, we need to plug in the machine, which I have already done. and switch it on by using the main switch, which is placed behind the machine. Secondly, you need to open the door and place the garments and the items inside it. In this case we have a jacket, a shirt, a helmet, a pair of shoes and a backpack. Okay. Once you've done that, you close the door. Now you need to choose one of the preset cycles that we have on the machine. There's cycle number 1, number 2 or number 3. Cycle number 1 lasts 30 minutes, number 2 lasts 35 minutes and number 3 40 minutes. This you decide is according to how much stuff you've placed inside the machine. Let's say for example we choose cycle number 2. You press the button and the machine starts working automatically, so it starts producing ozone and sanitizing. Okay. On this small display here on the right you can also see how many minutes remain for the cycle to be completed. So the machine starts working, and once it is finished, this green thumbs up light will switch on, and this means that you can finally open the door and remove all the stuff that is inside, which is completely sanitized. Now, there's an important thing to know, which is the fact that the door cannot be opened when the machine is functioning. So when this is working, you can try and open the door, but you cannot open it. This is a safety device that we have installed on the machine, just to be sure. The JR is supplied with one garment rack and one adjustable shelf as standard equipment, but if you like, you can have also more shelves if you require them. And as an optional accessory, you also have a high performance kit, which is composed of a hot air battery, which blows hot air into the machine. Because you might know that the warmer the air is, the more ozone is produced. So this hot air battery produces more ozone and makes it more performing. The kit is also composed of an active carbon filter, which helps reduce the level of ozone once the cycle is over. This model that you see here is a standard model, which is 184 centimeters high. But should you have any space problems, there's also a smaller version, which is lower. It's the Mini JR, and it's 125 centimeters. Both these machines can be placed practically anywhere. Hotels, nursing homes, laundries, fire stations, why not? There are so many possibilities and options. Having seen this, we have, last but not least, soon you will see on the market, it will be launched very soon, a new ozone sanitizing wardrobe, which is called Iris. Iris works the same way as our JR machines, but as you can see, it is more compact, it's made of wood, and you can choose any color you like, so you can have it in any color you wish. And it also has a glass door in front of it, which makes it more attractive and more elegant. On this machine we have one cycle, which lasts 25 minutes, which is more than enough to sanitize what is inside the wardrobe. And this is suitable especially for boutiques, homes, shops, laundries. You can put it wherever you like actually. And very soon we'll send you all the information regarding this new Iris. Okay. Thank you. Yasmin.
Thank you, Maurizio. So, now, after the air and the cabinet, what we can show you more. Sometimes our customers ask us also, how can I sanitize surfaces? So, to reply to this question, we have started other new products that Michele will explain it now. Thank you.
Hi again to everybody. Giove. So, during the emergency period, we develop a new way to sanitize. We mix the sanitized power of the steam with the sanitized power of the alcohol. Let's discover our innovative system with Giove. The structure on which machine is based is a Barbara structure. Maybe you know how the Barbara structure. Fine stainless steel boiler liter, which 4 bar internal pressure. Normally for ironing 2.8 to 3 bar is okay, but for sanitizer you need 4 bar. Because more bar means more temperature, and more temperature we increase the possibility to kill bacteria, virus and all bad substances. To the Barbara structure we added an external tank, 10 liter. which we are going to place 7 liters of alcohol and 3 liters of water. Obviously, the alcohol not in contact with the boiler now goes inside the boiler or under pressure. It's just mixed in the brush. So when you are pressing the micro switch, steam and alcohols come together and kill all of bacteria. Setting the machine also here is very simple. 3.4 net capacity, which means 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours of working. And as I said before, the external tank, 7 liters of alcohol and 3 liters of water. Then the way to use it is the same as Barbara. Turn on the boiler and turn on the brush. And wait, normally it takes from 10 to 15 minutes to reach the right pressure. We designed Jover for quickly sanitization. For example, just to give you an example, on the clothes shop. So clothes shop so customer come in your clothes shop, test, for example, let's say a shirt, and of course you cannot wait 40 minutes with a gel to put the shirt back in the shelf. You need a quickly solution. Jove is designed for this. With the brush, with the pistol, with all accessories, you can sanitize in 10-15 seconds a clothes. Also in the Jove, you can place a lot of accessories in a very quickly way. Let's give you a quick briefing how to change from a brush to a pistol. This brush is a Teflon shoe brush designed for the cloth. So for example, the plate is a Teflon, so you don't damage the shirt, the cloth in general, and for vertical ironing. So with the hanger, you can sanitize and put back in the shelf. To change accessory, very simple, just disconnect the plug and the quickly connection. Jessica help me, thank you. I change from a brush to a steam pistol. Steam pistol is better for the surfaces in general, so the floor, the glass, all the surfaces in general. Connect also is very simple as well. Connect the plug and the rapid connection. And the job is done. Even with Jove, we carry out a test to an accredited laboratory, which we have the result we can send you by mail. So we take the pillow from our dog and we sanitize with Jove, and we see that at the end of the 10 seconds of steam and alcohol together, all bacteria, viruses, everything was killed. So thanks for your attention with Jove. Thanks to the technology we developed with Jove, we think and we are developed a sanitizing kit, which you can see in our second screen. This sanitizing kit we are going to place in all of our industrial model with the boiler inside. So we develop a technology which allow you and propose to your customer to sanitize and iron in the same time. And this for us could be the future. Because due to this COVID emergency, a lot of customers will ask you how I can sanitize, how I can do this. So that's why we are going to send you soon the information of this kit, and you can see it a small preview in the second screen. I pass again my word to Yasmin, and thanks again for your attention with the Jove.
Thank you very much, Michele. So, you saw all of our range of products. Now, what we would like to tell you is why we started this line. We started because we saw that in this COVID emergency, the main things that people care about is prevention, health, and security. So, if you will be able to give good solutions for these problems, we are sure that you will find also new markets and new customers. So, we would like to give you a weapon to apply to this emergency, because really people are looking for prevention, and we think that this is the best way to give them a solution. So, if we like to be present in the market, if we like to be competitive, if we like to give innovation, we think that this could be the right way. We know that in the market there are also other products like our products, but as you already know, GEA was in our catalog since a lot of time ago. So we have a big know-how on UV technology, on ozone technology. So this allows us to be able to reply also to the after-sales inquiries. We are able to provide you support on the after-sales with your customers. Every kind of problem we are able to solve it. So this is not something new for us. It's something that we like to present to you because we have the skills, and we think that you also will be interested in these products. So now with Jessica, she will give us some technical information about how to find all this information and documentation. Jessica.
Thank you, Yasmin, and thank you, Michele and Maurizio, for your explanation, and thank you all for taking part to our webinar. We received lots of questions, but no worries, we reply to everyone, giving you all clarification you need. We will send you also our new sanitizing catalog, and to stay updated on our latest news, follow us on our social media as Facebook and Instagram, because we will post our new dates of our future webinars. Last but not least, we will update you also about our 35th anniversary, for which we should have done an event next September. We will do something else, but I cannot anticipate anything because this will be a surprise. So feel free to contact us, because we are always available to reply to all your questions, giving you all clarification you need. And thank you again very much to accept our invitation to this webinar.
Thank you, Jessica. Now, just some words, 2 words for French friends. Donc, les amis français, merci beaucoup à tous pour être avec nous. Je vous enverrai toutes les informations aussi en français, parce que je sais si peut-être quelqu'un a perdu quelques mots en anglais, il n'y a aucun problème. On va vous envoyer un email avec le catalogue et toutes les informations. Donc, vraiment, merci beaucoup. We switch to English again. And so this is the end of our webinar. We would like to thank you very, very much. And Maurizio, Jessica, Michele and Daniele.
Keeping the distance.
Keeping the distance, of course.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
See you soon.